So this afternoon we are riddled with excitement. We've finally had a chance to be introduced to the Nkoveni female's 2 cubs. She gave birth to these cubs, I presume, somewhere back end of January, early February. Let's just double check on the dates though. And they were kept in Mala, and as far as we're aware, this is the very first time that they've now crossed onto Londolozi. And she, the mother, has got a carcass in this drainage behind me, over here. So the mother's busy feeding. We've got one of the cubs, which is rather adventurous or playful. Was initially on this log here, it came walking across, now it's gone up a termite mound in the background there. The second one has just settled down on the grass, right on the edge of the drainage line here. We are thrilled to be able to see the Nkoveni female's cubs. The Nkoveni female is a leopard that we used to view a significant amount. She was territorial just to the east of camps and is a supremely relaxed leopard in the sense that when we did view her, sightings were often phenomenal. And so the fact that she's now got 2 more cubs that she's raising after having raised the Plaque Rock female, the Shinkova female and Stone Drift female, it'll be amazing if she manages to raise these 2 to independence. We don't want to be here after dark. We don't want to be here to maybe play any part in affecting how this turns out. So often what we do is if there's a carcass on the ground after sunset, we tend to leave, especially if there's some cubs here. So what we're hoping for now is the Nkoveni female to hurry up and finish her feed and then try and hoist this carcass into a tree. And the only tree that I can see that would be worthwhile hoisting is probably this one, which the carcass is stashed underneath. It's not the best tree, but it is a tree nonetheless that'll get it out of the reach of hyenas. Well, it's been a glorious introduction to these 2 youngsters. The one definitely a little bit more timid than the other, and we often see that with leopard cubs. Often if there's 2 of them, one tends to be a lot more shy and less adventurous. The other one very outgoing and explorative, and we're seeing that now with it climbing all the way to the top of this tree here. That's the tree that I'm hoping the mother hoists the carcass into. It's getting dark now. We don't want to put any extra pressure on these leopards, so we're going to wrap it up now, head back to camp. But this isn't the end of the story. We're going to try and get back in here tomorrow morning and see what's unfolded. But a fantastic little introduction to the Nkoveni female's latest litter. Right, so we're back out with the Nkoveni female and her 2 cubs, and they're in the exact same spot. It appears as though she didn't hoist the kill. It's still in the drainage line, we can't actually see it. I could just hear her feeding just now. It's a pretty tricky view, but we've managed to get a little angle here using the big 600 into them, just having a little play around there. And these 2 cubs are so playful. Often moving around having a good time, and the mother then just growling at them because she obviously is just wanting to rest, but these 2 little playful things want to just come and pile on top of her and chase after her tail and practice wrestling, playing, fighting, biting, scratching. To me it looks like the gender of these two cubs is one male, one female. And if it is, it'll always be entertaining to watch how, firstly, they grow and develop. Males would be a little bit bigger, a bit more aggressive. And often we tend to see that the male cub is a little bit more adventurous and willy-nilly about how they go about things. So it'll be interesting to see if that is the case with these two, if in fact there is one male and one female cub. Looks as though they're starting to settle down now and just rest in the shade, so we're going to pack it up here and start heading back towards camp. But fantastic to be able to get a good view of these two cubs, see the Nkoveni female again, and let's just hope that they start to spend a bit more time roaming the crests in the eastern part of Londolozi, which is where the Nkoveni female spent a lot of time when she was raising her previous litter of the Stone Drift female and Shinkopa female. And that was some incredible viewing of them. But for now, we are very happy to have met these two little cubs, and the viewing this morning's been fantastic. So I'm glad. I hope you've enjoyed this virtual safari. If you have, subscribe to our YouTube channel, give this video a like, leave a comment below, ask any questions, and if you haven't, head across to our blog to go and read more about these stories and find out a little bit more about these leopards. But that's all from me for this morning. We're going to start heading back to camp. We'll see you all again next week, but thanks for watching.